I'm JJ. It was my second year on staff, and unfortunately, I did not spend my time as a camper when I was a child. Yeah, there are a couple things I changed this year. One, I come from a chemistry background. Um, I wear it pretty proudly. Like Michigan chemistry is kind of obnoxious, but it is what it is. It's who I am. So I try to take more of a chemical approach to chemistry, like more of a haute cuisine, um, understanding what's actually happening when you're cooking, um, when you're braising food, when you're caramelizing sugar, why things taste the way they are. I tried to at least have some focus on that during the class, still under the context of Korean cooking. Um, and in general, I think the kids responded pretty well to that. Um, I think that they grasped the chemistry much better than I would have when I was younger, and they're all very talented within the actual cooking part itself. Yeah, so the process of making the Magic game was, I mean, it was built out of necessity. So I kind of thought that I did the language last year as well. Um, I felt that the language program, while it was good and it was solid, and the kids learned what they needed to learn throughout the week, um, I felt that the program has a lot of, or had a lot of room for innovation. Um, just due to some of the feedback, they wanted more interactive style games, more interactive styles of active learning. Um, I come from a background also of enjoying the game Magic the Gathering. It's one of the first games that I really picked up when I was younger. It teaches you basic reading comprehension, um, math skills, all that. And so I felt it was a natural extension and a natural fit for the language program where we're talking about numbers 1 through 20, which is conveniently enough the life total. Um, you're learning a lot of basic words for like family, school, things that you do in your day to day lives, and that's also kind of part of the vocabulary of the game. Um, so it was just a natural fit in that aspect. In terms of how it went, I think it went pretty well. The kids were in general um, very open to it. Um, they they took to it very well. I gave them the cards second, third day of class, and by the fourth day, they wanted to play it in their cabins at night. Like they actually really wanted to play it. They really wanted to learn the words, so they didn't get the penalty, so that they could win at the end of the week. So that was really rewarding. Um, yeah. So in terms of the lighting, there were a couple differences from last year. Again, I wasn't a camper, so I don't have that much of a reference point for how it was back, you know, 3 4 years ago. Um, but we had blinking lights, which did add to the general ambience of the dance. It made it a little more exciting, a little more high tempo. And additionally, we added glow sticks, which I think the kids really liked. They liked they liked the fact that they could do things with their hands, and I really feel like that was a welcome, uh, not distraction, but like point of entry for the dance. They had a thing that would let them have fun and like actually get them into the dance so they can enjoy themselves. And so definitely for the glow sticks, yes, absolutely, I can see that happening again. I think the response is overwhelmingly positive. The blinking lights, I'm not actually sure if they noticed them too much, but I feel like it added to the ambiance, and hopefully they did as well. So there's not really just the one difference. It's really a culmination of everything. The first year that I was on staff, I had never gone to camp as a camper. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I knew pretty much no one going into it. The only person I knew that had ever gone to Sejan camp was Cal DiMaggio. He was not there that year until like Thursday or Friday. So I was pretty much, just not to be melodramatic, but kind of tossed to the wolves. And so like everything was like learning on the fly. Everything was much higher stress. So just naturally, to the second year, things were better. I knew the campers, I knew the staff, I knew how things worked, I knew the songs. That was a big thing because I knew nothing. and it was awkward all the time. Um, but in addition to that, I think that we planned everything much better this year. I think that not to say that the staff the first year didn't take it like super seriously. I know they did, um, but it might just be because I knew what was going on. I could actually interact like an equal this year. But it seemed that we planned everything far in advance, so that if there were any sort of problems or issues that we could predict, we could actually solve before we got to the campground. All logistical issues were pretty much set in stone. So everything was just much smoother this year.